Greetings to everyone. Всем привет. Today we will conduct the first official lesson from the Russian language course for beginners, dedicated to the topic genders. Курс по изучению русского языка для новичков. The word genders in Russian is translated as роды. So let's get started. There are three genders in the Russian language. Мужской род, masculine gender, женский род, feminine gender, и средний род, neuter gender. The word род is precisely translated as the word gender. So let's look at some examples of how we can determine the gender of a nouns in its singular form and nominative case. Other cases will not be considered in this lesson. Let's start with the words that have a masculine gender. For example, стол, table, стул, chair, мальчик, boy, телефон, phone, кот, cat, и путь, way or path. I marked the word path because it's an exception to this list. The fact is that words in a singular nominative case with ending in a consonant or soft sign as an exception can be considered as words which are having a masculine gender. All masculine words, including words from this list, can be replaced by the pronoun on, he. Okay, let's move on to words with feminine gender. So here we have a list of the following words. Книга, book, лампа, lamp, девочка, girl, машина, car, собака, dog, и лошадь, horse. As we can see, here I did not mark the word лошадь from the list, and here is why. Let's look at the rule. Words ending with a vowel a or a soft sign usually are feminine words. All feminine words, including words from this list, can be replaced by the pronoun она, she. Let's move on to the neuter gender. Here we also have a list of words in the singular and nominative case. Let's take a look at them. Меню, меню, молоко, milk, облако, cloud, солнце, sun, перо, feather, и платье, dress. What we can say about these words? Words ending in a vowel o, ye, or you are usually words with neuter gender. All neuter words, including words from this list, can be replaced by the pronoun оно, it. Now let's talk a little about singular and plural forms of the words. In Russian, the names of these forms are as follows. Единственное число, singular, will be presented as a circle, и множественное число, plural form, can be represented as a double circle. The endings of nouns in its plural nominative case are presented here. The vowels a, я, и, и. The ending a, as we can remember, is the ending of feminine words, but there may be some exceptions. Now, let's look at how we can convert words from its singular to plural form. Let's also ask ourselves the question, can we define gender in the plural form? We will use words from those which were previously viewed. So here we have стол, table, мальчик, boy, машина, car, лошадь, horse, облако, cloud, платье, dress. These words we can convert to their plural forms as стол, столы, мальчик, мальчики, машина, машины, лошадь, лошади, облако, облака, платье, платья. Pay attention to the word облака, which has the ending a, but at the same time it doesn't has a female gender. It is the plural form of the word облако. This action also can be performed in reverse order, convert the word from the plural to the singular form. Now let's look at the question we posed earlier. Can we determine the gender, masculine, feminine, neuter, of the word in its plural form? And the answer is we can't do it. Which leads us to a logical conclusion that words in its plural form can't have a gender. With this knowledge, let's move on to some pretty interesting words in its plural form. We have another list of words to review today, which contains ножницы, scissors, штаны, pants, часы, watch, весы, scales, духи, perfume, и хлопья, flakes. The main difference between these words and all the others is that they do not have a singular form, just a plural one. All the words which have only a plural form can be represented by the pronoun они, they. Well, it's time for a little practice. Here is the list of nouns with different genders and quantitative forms. Your task will be to choose the correct gender for each of these words. Each word has 4 possible answers. Мужской, masculine, женский, feminine, средний, neuter, and no gender. For the plural forms, which we learned earlier. Here I have a timer for it. When I start a timer, you can pause the video and complete this task by yourself, preferably on paper, and then compare the results with those which you will see on the screen a bit later. In the meantime, while you will be in the process of completing this task, I will fill out these fields in an almost randomly manner. Then we will check the results. So we can begin. Okay, and we can check. As we can see, here I have some mistakes marked by red frames. Rest of the words are correct, so let's think about these ones. You can pause the video again and answer, can be by yourself, can be in comments, which genders should be put in these fields instead of wrong ones. You can pause the video now. Okay, I'll correct the errors and check that the task is completed correctly again. Let's check. Now everything is correct. As we can see, the task was completely correctly completed. I'm sorry. If you initially received the same answers, congratulations, you have successfully learned the material or consolidated your knowledge if you were already familiar with these aspects of Russian language. If not, then do not be in a hurry to be upset, because learning the Russian language is a pretty difficult task that requires enough patience, time, and practice. Practice is a key, in my honest opinion. Now let's analyze these nouns and their correct genders. Собака, dog, ends with the vowel a, singular, feminine gender. Стол, table, ends with consonant l, singular, masculine gender. Ножницы, scissors ends with vowel y, plural, so has no gender. Lampa, lamp, ends with vowel a, singular, female gender. Книги ends with e, plural form of the word книга, book, has no gender. Лошадь ends with soft symbol, singular, in this case not an exception, female gender. Рыба ends with vowel a, singular, female gender. Облако, cloud, ends with vowel o, singular, neuter gender. Духи ends with vowel e, plural form, no gender. Перо, feather, ends with vowel o, singular, neuter gender. Мальчик, boy, ends with consonant k, singular, masculine gender. И платье, dress, ends with vowel e, singular, neuter gender. So our lesson is finished. Thank you for watching it to the end. I hope that the material presented here was interesting and useful for you. Subscribe to the channel, like and write comments, as your activity inspires me to release new videos on the topic of learning the Russian language for beginners. I wish you all a good mood, clear thoughts and success in your studies. See you in the next lesson. До свидания.